Right now, Voyager 1 is farther from Earth than anything humanity has ever built. One day, NASA will send a message to Voyager 1 and nothing will come back. No data, no signal, no tiny whisper from the dark. And the unsettling part is, that day is getting close. Right now, more than 25 billion kilometers from Earth, the farthest human-made object in history is still moving through space. A spacecraft launched in 1977, older than the internet, older than modern computers. And somehow, it is still communicating with Earth. Barely. Every command NASA sends takes more than 23 hours just to arrive. Then, another 23 hours for Voyager's response to make it back home. One question, one answer. Almost 2 full days. And recently, Voyager started sending back something strange. Not normal data, not readable information, just broken signals. Gibberish. Engineers on Earth had to repair a dying spacecraft they could not touch, could not see, and could barely communicate with. And somehow, they brought it back. For now. But Voyager is running out of power. Its systems are shutting down, one by one. And before the final signal disappears forever, you need to understand why this lonely machine may become one of the last surviving traces humanity ever existed at all. Because Voyager is not just a spacecraft, it is a time capsule from Earth, drifting into eternity. Voyager 1 launched on September 5th, 1977. At the time, nobody knew it would become the most distant object humanity had ever created. Its computers were incredibly primitive by today's standards. The phone in your pocket is vastly more powerful than the systems guiding Voyager through deep space right now. And yet, this machine has survived nearly half a century in one of the harshest environments imaginable. Freezing darkness, radiation, complete isolation. There are no repair crews out there, no replacement parts. If something fails, NASA has to solve the problem from billions of kilometers away. And Voyager cannot even rely on sunlight anymore. It is now so far from the sun that solar panels would be almost useless. From Voyager's perspective, our sun is just another bright star in the distance. So instead, the spacecraft survives using a nuclear power source fueled by decaying plutonium. A slowly fading heart keeping Voyager alive in the cold. Every year, the spacecraft loses a little more power. And every year, NASA has to decide what systems to shut down next. But Voyager did not begin this journey alone. It had a twin. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were launched only weeks apart in 1977. 2 spacecraft sent toward the outer planets during a rare planetary alignment that only happens about once every 175 years. That alignment allowed Voyagers to use gravity like a slingshot, jumping from world to world. And Voyager 1 reached Jupiter. It revealed a violent planet covered in enormous storms and intense radiation. It discovered active volcanoes on Io, the first volcanoes ever found beyond Earth. Then came Saturn, its rings, its moons, and Titan. Titan was unlike anything scientists had seen before. A moon hidden beneath a thick orange atmosphere. A world full of mystery. NASA decided Voyager 1 would fly close to Titan. But that decision changed its destiny forever. Titan's gravity bent Voyager's path upward, throwing it out of the flat plane of the solar system. Voyager 1 would never visit another planet again. Instead, it began a one-way journey into interstellar space. Voyager 2 continued deeper into the solar system, eventually becoming the only spacecraft ever to visit Uranus and Neptune. The twins that left Earth together were now drifting into completely different parts of the darkness. But before Voyager 1 became blind, NASA asked it to do one final thing: turn around. By 1990, Voyager 1 was already billions of kilometers away from Earth. Its mission through the planets was over, and NASA was preparing to shut down its cameras forever to save power. But before they did, Voyager turned back toward home. From nearly 6 billion kilometers away, it captured one of the most important photographs in human history: the pale blue dot. In this image, Earth is almost invisible, a tiny speck of light suspended in a beam of sunlight. And inside that tiny dot is everything we have ever known. Every human who ever lived existed inside that tiny speck of light. Every human being, every city, every war, every love story, every dream. All of human history reduced to a fraction of a pixel floating in the dark. After taking that image, Voyager's cameras were shut down forever. The spacecraft became blind. It would never take another photograph again. It had taken one final look at home, and then continued outward into the unknown. But Voyager was carrying something even more emotional than that photograph: a message from Earth itself. Attached to Voyager is a golden record designed to survive for billions of years in space. It was not created for humans. It was created for whoever or whatever might one day find this spacecraft drifting through the galaxy. The record contains greetings in dozens of human languages, the sounds of birds, wind, ocean waves, whales singing beneath the sea, music from cultures around the world. It is humanity introducing itself to the universe. A message in a bottle thrown into a cosmic ocean. At launch, the golden record felt hopeful, a greeting to distant stars. But now, after all these decades, its meaning feels different. Because one day, if Earth is gone, the record may become the final memory of our world. A golden tombstone drifting through interstellar space. And while Voyager carries that message deeper into the dark, it is also traveling farther than the reach of our sun itself. The sun does more than produce light and heat. It also creates a massive invisible bubble around the solar system, the heliosphere. Inside that bubble, the solar wind pushes outward against the rest of the galaxy. For decades, Voyager traveled within that protective region. But in 2012, Voyager 1 crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the sun's influence begins to fade into interstellar space. For the first time in history, a human-made object entered the space between the stars. Out there, Voyager moves through cosmic radiation, magnetic fields, and ancient particles left behind by dead stars. A place no human has ever seen firsthand. And even now, Voyager continues sending information back from that darkness. Every signal it sends is data from a region humanity has never explored before. But the spacecraft collecting that data is beginning to fail. Recently, Voyager 1 began behaving strangely. It was still communicating with Earth, but the data no longer made sense. The spacecraft was sending unreadable information back into the dark. For engineers at NASA, it was a nightmare scenario. Voyager is too far away to repair physically, too old to behave predictably, and far too distant for real-time communication. Every command takes nearly a full day to arrive. Every response takes nearly another day to return. Imagine trying to repair a dying computer, when every attempt takes 2 days just to see the result. Eventually, NASA traced the problem to corrupted memory inside the spacecraft. Then engineers did something extraordinary. They moved the broken code into another section of Voyager's memory, and after months of confusion and silence, Voyager began sending understandable data again. It spoke, and Earth heard it, but this was not a permanent rescue. It was a warning. Voyager is aging. Its power continues to fall. It its systems continue shutting down, and the final silence is still coming. One day, Voyager 1 will stop answering forever. Maybe suddenly, maybe after one final weak transmission crosses the darkness back to Earth. But even after the spacecraft falls silent, it will keep moving. Cold, blind, powerless, still carrying the golden record. Thousands of years from now, Voyager will drift past distant stars. Millions of years from now, the constellations above Earth will look completely different. And Voyager may still be out there. Billions of years from now, the sun itself will begin to die. Earth may become unrecognizable, and almost every trace of humanity could disappear forever. But somewhere in interstellar space, a small machine from 1977 may still survive. A frozen ghost carrying music, voices, and memories from a tiny blue world. Maybe no one will ever find it. Maybe its message will never be heard. But maybe that was never the point. Maybe Voyager matters because it proves something about us. That on a small planet around an ordinary star, in a universe almost too vast to understand, humanity still chose to reach into the dark. We built a machine, we gave it a message, we sent it farther than anything we have ever touched. Voyager 1 is still out there, almost silent, almost gone, but still moving. And somewhere beyond the edge of the solar system, a piece of Earth is still traveling through the dark.